shouldn't be bad. Again, that would be more towards the level 3 of cleaning this thing, which is literally just going through every nook, cranny, taking it apart completely just to make sure everything's oiled, lubricated. I'll probably do that before the next event, as the next event will probably actually be more of an actual reenactment, more skirmishing. So she'll probably get at least 40 rounds through her a day. So it could be an 80 to 100 round weekend alone. So, and then that aspect is when I would do a clean like this, day after all the events done said, and then probably a couple weeks after that, I'll break it all down and do the thorough clean. But we're pretty much done with this. I'm just gonna oil just about everything you can see on this thing. The wood, all the metal. We wanted brand spanking new, basically. After this, we'll go on to another part, which will be the most pain in the butt and more time consuming, no matter what way you look at it or which level of cleaning you do. Again, from a reenacting standpoint, we got guys that will borrow as we got lower gear. Those are the ones that, you know, a lot of people have used. And they should be treated as if they're your own, so always think clean, clean, clean. I take care of all my babies, because these are expensive. There's probably the most expensive part of the hobby itself is to have these. So we're just gonna set this off to the side. She all's all up and clean. Okay, good. Alright, time for the fun aspect. The block. And most mild aspect to this. So, first thing I'm gonna do with this one, basically this part, I have another part I do, actually a couple different ones, because I'm gonna take all the components off of this, and then I actually boil it in water itself, and then I would take it out, dry it off, make sure it's still, you know, not gonna rust out on me. But that's still not the last part of the thing. At least for one more day, I will actually do a procedure that is, I basically stick this in this bowl here, and I will cover it in Lowen. Let it soak for a day. Make sure it gets all, you know, all carbon built up, all anti-rust as we want with it, as best as possible. So these are equipped with flat heads. So first, I'm going to take it apart. If I can get it out. There we go. Oh, and basically when I was explaining the other procedure to do with this, I'm going to take this apart. I'm not going to film the other parts because that takes, you know, it's not quick. I'm trying to do this in a practice GoPro in one go. Anyway. So this screw comes out, takes off the lever from the block itself. Now I got this. I don't take this apart often. As often as I would take everything else apart, keep this together. As you can tell, just a few shots. Carbon even got down to there. No matter, I'll be scrubbing it, cleaning it. It's all good. But yeah, I got that screw off. Next one is actually going to be the cleaning screw. The screw is there as it is a side access to the internal part of your forcing cone. Ready to put your cap on to ignite the powder. this out of here. Like that. See how dirty it gets. There you see, through there, goes all the way to this part of the chamber where the forcing cone is. Well, get my forcing cone off itself. This hand infinity tool. Well, there we go. I got access to where the forcing cone goes. The forcing cone itself. Yeah. Mildly dirty. Definitely something worse before. Alright, so from this aspect, I'm going to bring out a little mini screwdriver set in this, because I'm going to actually start scraping off some carbon buildup. See how bad it is. Normally it's monstrous. It's amazing. I mean, look how little. It's a few caps. Just a few caps, and look what's buildup it makes. Look at that. Yeah. But yeah, and this example. I'll make sure it goes all the way through because I can actually see it. You probably won't. It's hard to see in there because it doesn't go like totally all the way through. There's a blockage point where it angles up. But yeah, that's where it's a key point right there. You want to make sure it keeps clean and clear of carbon, especially hard carbon. Hard carbon would be just firing too much. I guess I wouldn't say too much, but a lot, and not properly cleaning, which is why after every event you want to take this apart and do the best cleaning you can with it, so you're not sitting there having misfires on the field because your block isn't properly cleaned and the cap is not reaching the powder. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep scraping off, make sure. Good, because this is another part where it comes out. Powder would sit right there, and that's where the spark comes out of the hole to ignite the powder. But yeah, so from here is where I'd actually be taken now to do a boil out. So I will again be boiling out. Hot water, make sure it's clean, drain it, and then we'll be putting it back together after that. And this would well, doing the allowing soak overnight, so by tomorrow I'll put it back, everything clean back up, put it back together, and she'll be good and ready for the next one until I want to do another inspection and clean to make sure it's good. But yeah, at least that hopefully gives you a good idea of what I do when it comes to cleaning the Sharps carbine. That's an 1863 model, in case anybody cares. But yeah, mild weekend, nothing too serious. Yeah, thanks for stopping by and checking it out. Good Lord B, can I help you? Alright, catch you guys on the flip side.